Happy Monday, everyone. Stella Chung here with your Daily Fix, and in today's episode, we've got leaked Cyberpunk glitch montage videos made by the devs themselves, Ubisoft is trying to cross over their Tom Clancy games, and Capcom is getting sued over a 16-year-old Resident Evil game. Let's go! Remember earlier this year when hackers stole a bunch of data from CD Projekt Red's servers? Well, some of the data appears to be internally made videos of bugs and glitches in Cyberpunk 2077. The montages, some of which have been pulled from the internet, are set to licensed music and appear to spoof high production value game trailers. A since-deleted tweet from CD Projekt Red producer Slava Lukyanenko appeared to acknowledge the montages were real and that they were collected over the years by their QA and development staff. We can't really show you the montages here, but if you've played any version of Cyberpunk, especially the base PS4 version, you've likely seen the types of bugs and glitches that were featured in those internal videos. It's kind of a bummer that those videos have come to light, as it highlights many of the issues that popped up in development that still weren't fixed by the time the game released. It's obvious CD Projekt Red knew about the bugs and chose to release the basically unfinished console versions anyway. I'd like to point out though that if you have a gaming PC that can handle Cyberpunk, that's the version you should play. It's great. These glitches aren't the only thing in the stolen data that's being brought to light. Originally posted on 4chan, the game did have an official third-person mode in development. A leaked video showed off this mode, but it was obviously taken out, and ultimately CDPR decided to make this game first-person only. Of course, if you want to play the game in third person, there are a few mods out there that can make that happen. Speaking of leaks, let's switch gears to Ubisoft, where a leaked game called Battle Cat apparently brings together a bunch of Tom Clancy properties in one game. The leaked images, which appear to have been taken down already, as tends to happen to super secret gaming stuff, were posted to Twitter by user 0bytes and looked to show off a PvP first-person shooter set in the Tom Clancy universe. Players will seemingly pick a character from one of four factions: Third Echelon from Splinter Cell, the Wolves from Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and the Cleaners and Outcasts from The Division. The leak also has a breakdown of what makes each of the classes unique. Third Echelon characters are stealth-based and can remain invisible on the minimap while also revealing the location of enemy players. The Wolves appear to be a tank class with personal shields, additional armor, and flashbang resistance. Cleaners are your DPS class with napalm turrets, flame-spewing drones, and extra grenades. And for healers, we have the Outcasts with health regen and a Hive gadget, which in the Division games can restore armor and revive fallen players. This actually sounds cool. I know everyone's hoping for the next Splinter Cell game, but maybe this could be a decent placeholder while we wait for Sam Fisher to come out of the shadows. In Capcom news, the company is facing a lawsuit over Resident Evil. Now, not the recently released and excellent Resident Evil Village. Someone is suing Capcom over Resident Evil 4. Yes, a game from 16 years ago is at the center of a lawsuit filed by designer Judy A. Jurasek, who claims Resident Evil 4 and Devil May Cry allegedly used unlicensed and copyrighted photos in the game's development. Jurasek is the author of an art and design book called Surfaces, which features over 1,000 photos of textures that Jurasek took herself. The book came with a CD-ROM containing the images and said that they can be licensed for use by going through Jurasek. She said that she was never contacted about a license. In one image included in the court documents, Judy Jurasek points out a text of shattered glass and then the Resident Evil 4 logo with what looks an awful lot like that same texture. And this is just one of about 200 instances of her work allegedly being used in Capcom's games without a proper license. So how did Jurasek come to realize that Capcom may have used her stuff? Did she play through Resident Evil 4 and think, hey, that wall texture looks familiar? Not exactly. The Capcom images were included in a hack back in November where personal info, game launch plans, and other sensitive data was leaked online. And that's all for today's Daily Fix. If you need even more gaming goodness, keep an eye on our YouTube page where we'll be posting tons of new trailers as we dive deeper into our Summer of Gaming event. Be sure to download IGN on whatever mobile device you use, subscribe to the Daily Fix on Snapchat, and for all of your gaming and entertainment news, stay tuned to IGN.com.